2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke and Rich, looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Who delivers when it matters most? That's the joy of any rivalry. And this is a good one to win. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
That's definitely left of the green.
And here we are with the third shot. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Well, Rich, that's got to feel good. Opening the first with an under-par score.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
Here we are at the second tee. A bit out of shape with that swing. Got to get the rhythm back. Oh, this is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Well, this should be unpredictable. Don't know what you're going to get from the golfing gods here.
Got the muscles out there. Great shot from the lie.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
This for a birdie run.
That'll sting a bit. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
He's got this for his par.
Yeah, good putt. Well holed. Currently 1 under for the round. Here we are at the third. Going with the 7. Yep, that shot safely on the green.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Just didn't drop. An opportunity to make their par. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Let's see what happens here on the 4th. Well struck. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's got, I'd say a solid 145 here. Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Ricky Fowler as well.
A spot in the top 10 on the line here if they can hold this.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Alex Noren currently in the lead. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Well, that was a good strike. Getting ready to play their third. Only a few shots off the pace. Playing now from the fairway bunker. Playing their 5th shot. 3 shots off the lead. Putting now for a bogey.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
That one goes down for bogey. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Trailing by 4 strokes. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
That should set up another chance. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
Looking really good. That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Good looking shot this. Second shot here on the 7th. Quality shot, that one. Oh, a 14-footer. It's good to make a few of these per round.
Looking for another birdie here.
This one's tracking.
That was a gallant attempt. Big putt for par coming up. And that putt will drop. Well done. Here we find ourselves at the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
He finds himself in a share of 10th place. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now. Tee shot is looking good here. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones. Right on 8 feet. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. And just with 9 holes remaining, Rich, what do you think here is going to happen for this player?
Half nine, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Playing from around 160 yards. 3 strokes off the lead. Choosing the 9-iron here. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And he'll move into the top 10. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Going with the 8-iron here.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Ooh, right by the hole. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Nice stroke. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Oh, Rich loves standing on this 12th tee here, a par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. The little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Found the green side rough. Still, not a bad spot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd.
Looking really good.
Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
Lovely, lovely red.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently tied for 3rd. Right up in the canopy of the trees. He hit that pretty loose. Yep, that's a water ball. Playing from around 110 yards out. He's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace. That should find the surface. Outstanding shot. High quality. And he's down there. You got a read?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. This is what they have left for bogey.
Oh, looked like they hinged in that stroke. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. And this shot from about 150 yards out. 4 shots behind our leader. Opting for the 9-iron. Handy effort, that one. A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. That's a pretty handy shot. That's inside the house of opportunity.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Ooh. And that should secure the par on this one. He's currently tied for 9th. Stepping up to the 16th tee now. Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. Taking aim from about 220 yards out.
Just 3 strokes back.
Going with the 5-wood. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Get excited. This could go in. Oh, super putt that. What an eagle. To the top 5 he goes.
After that hole, this player is second in the standings, behind Lexi Thompson.
Oh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
An eagle putt awaits.
Steady on. There's a putt of about 6 feet coming up. Wonderful shot. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible.
And as we check the standings, Lexi Thompson currently holds top spot.
Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4. Uh-oh. Shake that one. Second shot here at the 18th. Not bad. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, fair amount of elevation here. They're going to have to be careful that they club up because you do not want to be short.
Oh, that was so close to going in.
That was a beauty.
And if this can go down, he'll save par.
And with that, this round comes to a close. And as this round winds down, he finishes in a tie for second.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, as this next golfer begins the day, what are you thinking about their chances?
Look, they're behind the leaders, but not by a lot. But I got to say that they just haven't gotten it going yet. They are there because their putting has kind of kept it into it. The ball striking hasn't been great. The chipping hasn't been great, but they've made a bunch of putts. Something's got to change with the ball striking in order for them to remain in contention.
Looking forward to this, Rich. Let's get into the action. That wasn't your best effort, was it? Putting for birdie. Looking good. Okay, steady now. And that should secure the par on this one. Currently 7 under for the event. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Well, this should find the short grass. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, he's got roughly 110 to the pin here. Wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down.
And he's safely on the green with that shot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
And this one is for his par.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the third hole. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Just needs this one to kick right. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the play, shall we?
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Come on, don't be shy.
That's frustrating. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Here we are at the fourth hole.
And he's down there.
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Going with the 6-iron here.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Playing within their comfort zone there. It's been a bit of a struggle on the greens. Hopefully he can change it here.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, so close.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here.
Well, that's a nice line.
And there it is.
Boy, that one hopefully gets them back in some good graces with that flat stick. It has been pretty dismal up until now.
What a drive. Look at that.
Second shot here on the 5th. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. And here we are with the third shot.
Wind's blowing from left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. This one might roll into the rough. Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Wow, what a save.
Needed it.
Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. And down it goes. And that will take him to 8 under.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Pretty good shot there.
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at, their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Getting ready to play their third. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. On the tee of a par 3.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Such soft hands.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Time now to begin the 9th hole, Rich.
Luke, I think the player just went into traction with that swing.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
This one to save par.
Well done. Now 4 back after that hole. Well, let's get stuck into the 10th hole, shall we? Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. Good shot there.
Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. 15 feet to the cup. This one has eyes for the hole. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. He's currently sitting in 8th place. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here.
Yeah, that was great wind management there.
Well hold. Let's move on. I will take that also into the top 5 now.
And one of America's finest, Lexi Thompson, currently leads this tournament.
Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we?
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
That's tiny.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Was on a good line. This putt to get to 10 under par.
This for a birdie run.
This is on a stupendous line.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Let's see what happens here at the 13th. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Yeah, well played. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This is a par putt.
Nice little putt to hole, that one.
Trailing by 7 after that hole.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
The tempo there was exquisite.
This lie won't be too bad in the first cut. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That's disappointing. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Ouch, that hurts.
This one for bogey. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
He finds himself in a share of 8th. Let's see what happens here on the 15th. Going with the 5-iron here. This one's heading left, I think. Splash. Well, you're in the hands of the tree gods now. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Yeah, quality shot, that. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Ooh, right by the hole. Oh, I love these momentum putts. Right on 10 feet. Let's go hold it. Hey, nice looking line.
And nicely holed. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Here we have a par 5.
Coming off that double bogey then last makes it even more difficult.
That should find the cut stuff.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Well, an important part here in terms of the tournament. Chance to move inside the top 10.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back.
On a nice line.
Beautiful shot. That's a good way to move into the top 10.
And as we head to the next, it's Lexi Thompson on top of the standings here.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Ooh.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. All right, one more hole to go. The 18. Sitting at 7 under, currently tied for 10th place. Attaboy, good shot.
What's in front of them, Henny?
This is outside range for him, 26 feet.
Okay, steady now. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. This one's dialed in. Ah, bugger. A bogey. A bogey to finish her round. Well, that's a shame. Off to a great start, but ultimately they blew it.
They did. It was, they had everything going in the front 9, and all of a sudden they make the turn. And where does it go? Right down the toilet.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this third round action. I'm Luke Elvey with my mate Rich Beam in the booth. And Beamer, this player really hasn't been getting it going in this tournament, finds himself trailing the lead. What are your expectations of them today?
Well, certainly they're stuck in second gear out there, aren't they? They just make a birdie or two and then they give it back with a bogey. So they need to quit making mistakes. They need to go ahead and start putting this thing in third and fourth gear and start cruising down the highway a little bit quicker, because right now they're trailing. They can't afford to give any more back.
It's all set up to be a beauty. Let's head out to the action. And let's see what he can do here today.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Second shot here on the first. Not sure you got that as cleanly as you wanted, but a chance to hit the next one on the green. Playing from around 240 yards. Going with a 3-wood here.
That one's headed right and staying right.
And the player's left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Time for the fifth shot. Ooh, that almost went down. This next putt is for bogey.
And as we check the standings, Lexi Thompson currently holds top spot.
Let's see what happens here on the second hole. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. From about 100 yards. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Oh, absolutely flushed. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
That was a gallant attempt. And this putt coming up for his par. Currently 5 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3.
Oh, terrific approach and a chance for birdie here at the third.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is their look at birdie.
That's pretty tidy. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one.
Lexi Thompson currently leading the field here.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. That's a good-looking shot there. playing this one about 130 yards out. And choosing the 8-iron here. He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Sitting at 6 under. That's a touch of class.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Now with the honour on a par 5. Second shot here on the 5th. Getting ready to play their third. Didn't that look good for a long time? 6 feet remaining to the cup. Oh, that's a ripper. And that will take him to 7 under. He finds himself in a share of 14th position.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
And the player steps up to this short par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. That dog will hunt.
Second shot here on the 6th. That one should find the surface.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
Tracking. A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Time for the second shot here at the 7th. And here we are with the third shot. How close was that to going down? Okay, so that finishes that hole. And what a way to jump into the top 10. Sitting at -8 for the tournament. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Good looking putt. Oh, just missed. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. He's currently tied for 12th. This hole is a long par 4. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Going with the 8-iron here. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. Was on a good line. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
An opportunity to make a par here. There it is. And it's Lexi Thompson on top of the standings here.
Always love a new beginning. Here we are at the opening hole of the back 9, the 10th. That looks to be a fairway finder to me. This one from about 160 yards out.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Lining up the birdie putt here. Nice line. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Going with the 7. Yeah, that one's looking good.
And he's hit that inside the range.
This putt to get to double digits under the card.
Looking for another birdie here.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day.
Kind of like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Now 7 shots behind after that. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie. A great opportunity to build on that momentum.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a three-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. The little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Tell you what, they've got their rhythm going there. That's another green in reg.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
A fair bit on the line here. Spot the top 5. Just didn't drop. This one's for birdie. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that. Lovely effort, that. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one looks to be slightly offline here. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. This is a good chance. Was that a rush of blood? 3 feet to go here to the hole. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
And one of America's finest, Lexi Thompson, currently leads this tournament.
A chance to put last hole's bogey behind them here at this tee.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
This first cut is just lovely. It's almost like fairway. No worries here.
Opting for the 6-iron.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just a 4-footer remaining.
Solid little par putt here.
Currently 10 under for the event. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
This one heading towards the green.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. What an opportunity to make a birdie. That's frustrating. A par putt on the table. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. Oh, exciting times on the tee of a par 5. Right into the water on that one. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Bit offline, that one. You're now into the lap of the golfing gods. And here we are with their 4th. This is their 5th shot.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer. Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Oh, so close. Okay, that hole's behind you now.
Lexi Thompson currently in top spot.
It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Great drive. Let's hope that makes it all the way to the surface. Oh, that tee shot was absolutely pumped. That's given them a look for eagle, Rich.
Oh, loving seeing that aggressive play there, Luke. Great drive.
Ooh, right by the hole. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And a chance for a spot in the top 20 on the leaderboard. That did everything but drop. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. A long par 4 this hole. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 155.
Hope it gets a good kick to the left. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Terrific roll. It even had a chance. And finishing the round with a tap-in. So after the 3rd round, Rich, which was not a bad one, but it's a case of welcome to the modern game. If you don't have your foot flat to the boards, you go backwards.
That's exactly the case that happened today. They played a good round of golf, but listen, right now, everybody else playing head and shoulders